So then we go then to Brock in Silicon Valley.
Okay. So I didn't prepare anything specific because pretty much due to COVID, we've just sort of continued doing what I reported out on the last meeting. So, but basically, we've been participating in Millennium projects, the World Futures Day, and some real-time Delphis, including one of the ones from Poland. So we got to test the new platform that Elizabeth mentioned earlier, and hopefully we'll talk some more about that. And a lot of stuff in various technologies. For us, mainly, it's been advanced materials, things like 3D printing and additive manufacturing, and also in the AI area and the future of AI. And so there's been some activities there. As some of you know, I also belong to another group, Business Futures Network. And that's where we've been doing some scenarios work in the future of cities. And we're currently revising our driving forces work there to revise our scenarios for the future of cities. Also, Ted Kahn has joined the group today. And as Ted noted, and he might want to say a couple words about our interest in the future of futures education. I don't know if you want to say anything specific, Ted, but
yeah,
I think it's really interesting. We'd like to be involved.
Yeah, just that it's clear to me from kind of watching, and I unfortunately couldn't come in on the first hour, but the number of presentations that are actually focusing on doing something both formally and informally, I think it's going to be an incredible struggle to basically get the kind of futures foresight and thinking that we need to get into formal education in the US. I mean, in other countries, they may be able to do it because of a more top-down approach, but I think the number of autodidacts, which are kids who basically want to learn something and have to find the resources to do it, regardless of whether it's provided to them as part of their curriculum, is growing. And I think we need to leverage that. So one particular area that I'm really interested in is merging citizen science, which has been focused a lot around engaging anybody around helping solve and do research around problems that no individual researcher can do, and focusing it on future. We might call it futures citizen science or futures citizen STEM or STEAM or anything like that. Teach the Future obviously is a fantastic resource, and we're hoping to have a much better participation at World Future Day this next year for youth specifically, and especially because so many of you are doing that. I think we could actually make this into a much, much larger kind of participation than we did last year. So I encourage you to let me know if you're interested.
Yeah, I think, again, several of the presentations that Ted missed also mentioned this whole education area. And I think this should be a really important project for the Millennium Project going forward, is to network all the people that are working in this area and devise some sort of curriculum, as someone mentioned, for schools. And we'd like to be part of that.
Yeah, we've been